seems like kind of a mixed bag from the offensive line so far. And, not exactly the kind of news that we want to hear. Personally, I'm, super excited about McGovern coming in with how much Saffold struggled last year. Torrance coming in, having options, having depth. Go out and sign Edwards. Just a lot of pieces brought in, and similar to the defensive line, this is one that it's an area that they've been trying to get right for a few years. Now this is another one where I'm not pressing the panic button. In particular, the day that we're talking about Sean McDermott's bringing the house, throwing exotic looks out there, trying out blitz packages. Sounds like the offensive line struggled a lot, and the offensive line is a big one for me that really takes time to gel and get the communication out so everybody knows what everybody is responsible for. And to me, that's one of the things that takes the longest to come together through an off season. Sometimes you even see it going into the regular season of they're just not quite on that same page. I think it's partially that, and I'm also going to give the kudos to the defensive line, right? You can't have me on one side of the show talking about how much better I think the defensive line is, like how it's just like a cheat code compared to last year, which was already a pretty good defensive line. I can't talk about how great I think our defensive line is and then just be like, well, the defensive line is winning reps, so that means the offensive line automatically sucks. Would like to hear it being, more of a seesaw battle, and we just have two great groups on both sides of the ball. But like I said, I think that's going to take some time. I wouldn't even say that our starting five is locked in at this point. We're still seeing Bates rotating with McGovern. How could I forget? Then we see after practice, Spencer Brown coming up really stiff. I believe he played in the scrimmage, so I not overly concerned about that right now. But what's the plan at the backup right tackle if Spencer Brown is going to miss time, if he's struggling? So a little bit more question marks on the offensive line that I would like at this point. Hopefully, Osiris Torrance can, just come in and be the player that a ton of people expect him to be. Tons of mock drafts have him going in the first round. The Bills get him in the second round. I'm hoping that he can be a day one starter, and then Bates is just, pretty high end depth across the whole offensive line.